When did you start taking pictures?
Pretty late. But I never had any ideas of becoming a photographer. It just wasn't in my plans. I wasn't pushed or encouragé. The thing is that I discovered the power of photography just not with looking at other people's work or at listening to my father. Or I discovered just by doing it when I was living in South Africa, in Johannesburg. It all, like, you could actually, without words, just with images, you could tell a lot.
You come from the art world, right? You were surrounded by art from a young age. Both your parents are artists.
My mother writes poetry and books, but she's originally a sculptor.
And your
my
father?
father is a photographer.
Yeah. So two
He
artists.
wouldn't call himself an artist, but...
He wouldn't. Do you think that you're an artist?
In my mind, I'm more than he was, I guess, in the sense that I'm maybe a little more confused than he is. A little more erratic, I guess, in some aspects. I take the craft seriously. I don't think I take myself very seriously.
Your images are tender, I think, but they're not sentimental. And I don't know how you do that.
I don't know, how can I explain? Some people draw like they would actually take a picture. I have a feeling that I take a picture in a way that I would like to do a painting. I don't think I could live really without photography. It's something that saved me, I guess, a few times.
What drew you to the American West?
I always wanted to go. That was my first trip as a road trip.
Was it as you expected it would be?
I didn't expect to meet certain kinds of people because of the ideas that America is so fragmented that you know there are places you don't want to go, or the places you're driven to.
If you look at that body of work, West West, against anything else you've done, do you think it looks different?
I think it looks different, but for some reason, most of my work looks different. So every project has its own kind of specificities.
That's true, because I looked through.
Right, they're different.
They're different. But what about where it ends up? Like where your work ends up? Do you ever think about that?
Well, hopefully it gets published. I guess that's the idea, to share it.
I read somewhere that you said,
I said something.
and I couldn't believe this, that you felt more aligned with William Klein
Did I say so?
than your own father.
That was when I was a kid.
It was like 2011.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think the same today. And when you're too close to someone, like my father, it's really hard to, you try to find ways to say, okay, this is, I'm more into this kind of things. And I guess now I would say a balance of the two is nice. Like the in-your-face thing of William Klein and the tender, look, the humanity of my father.